how have you achieved so far, working all those years?
Yeah, I mean, it's what I'm very glad for is that I'm still in business at this stage, because honestly, it's only in the last, I would say, 5 to 10 years that the whole conversation about the ethics of our supply chains has really become more central. You know, obviously, myself and many others have been in this for decades. And we are excited that this conversation is now something that a lot of people have the language for and they have the space for. So is it running perfectly in my world? No. It's just, we definitely need more orders. But the designers that we're connecting with are people that recognize that design practice cannot just go on as normal. And like, I mean, it's good to swap out sustainable for unsustainable fabrics, obviously. But what's better by far is to actually recognize as designers that we are creative problem solvers. That's our main skill. And so when we can actually shift our design practice so that we start to address some of these bigger issues, then we can start to think about how to bring things forward. And so the designers I'm working with have committed to that. And so they're working within what can be produced within handloom. And it's exciting because they recognize that they're part of a much bigger solution than simply the environmental of swapping out sustainable for unsustainable. Yeah. I can rattle on. You ask me some questions.
I'm wishing to know about the commercial view of the total cycle.
Yeah. So, okay, so in terms of the total cycle, what I do is I connect with designers, and these are just small brands at the moment, small independent brands. They're all kind of like working models, if you like. And this is where it's very different for them, because normally sourcing fabric is just about finding one, feeling one, deciding if it's right, maybe a different color, bam, it's done. But I'm getting designers to actually design signature fabrics for their own collections. And so then what we do together is we actually create fabric designs together so that they are completely unique for their brands. And so in that, the main yarn that I'm using is the Cyclo recycled yarns. Because then we have fabric that is zero waste, zero new dyes, as you know, within the Cyclo process, there's no dyeing.
We do that. We do also that.
Yeah. And so, of course, practically zero carbon because it's hand woven. So all of these environmental issues are placed. Then you have complete transparency of supply chain and fair trade certified. So you know that people are getting paid well, they're in proper conditions, all of this. So there are designers who are prepared to take that step. There may come a point where I can provide stock designs, that I just do the designs, but I don't want to carry that much stock. I'm a designer, I'm not a marketer. So
MOTIF is just do the designs or
No, we get involved with the production. So I have the fabrics are woven with two different groups.
Basically you imported those Cyclo yarn or
No, this is, everything is hand woven here in Bangladesh.
Even the yarn?
The yarn is made here. Yes, the Cyclo yarn is made here.
Okay.
And then I work with weavers up in Takagao.
In where?
Takagao.
Takurgao.
Takurgao. Sorry, my pronunciation is a bit bad. Takurgao. And also in Rajshahi.
Rajshahi and Takurgao.
Yes.
Okay, so those weavers are weaving for you?
Not only for me, but yes. Yes.
So you source from them?
Yes.
The fabric?
Yeah, I work with them to develop the designs.
Okay.
And then they create to order. They weave to order.
So from their perspective, the weavers, I think they get more payment from I mean, compared to others?
Yeah.
Because normally they do the local stuffs and all those things.
Yes, yeah. So they will. They'll get. I mean, the thing is that even in commercial terms, what is a living wage for a weaver still allows me to be able to sell the fabrics at a good price because we just don't have a big supply chain.
Yes.
With everybody kind of cracking their margin on.
Right.
So I can give the weavers good wages. I can give the designers a good price. There's no point to rack up profit just because I can.
So if I ask you, like, for example, in 2025, how was your total volume, like, in terms of?
Oh, not high at all. I'm still, like I said, it's not perfect.
I know that.
Yeah.
It's very smaller, but
Yeah.
I just want to know how is the
So
volume?
I've in terms of my own production in 2025, I would say there's been maybe just over 1,000 yards altogether, 1,000, maybe 1,500 yards altogether.
Okay.
But the great thing that happens with handloom, especially with the cyclo yarns, is that there's repeatability. So designers can actually know that they're going to get exactly the same fabric. If they make a small run for, like, our minimum is just 150 yards. And so that can be a sample run quite easily. They know that it's repeatable and it's scalable because there's, these workshops have at least 40 looms in them that can be cracking out production. I mean, they can easily get to 5,000 yards a month on something if they needed to.
So, I mean, the volume you're saying, is it because of the other side market or?
Definitely. I'm finding this is the mind shift that I feel we're on the cusp of. I think when we can actually connect with companies that are genuinely concerned to look at the DNA of their processes and genuinely concerned to look at the impact of their design decisions and their buying decisions, then I think we can start to move this on even further. I mean, it's been a massive first turn of the wheel to get it to this point, but I feel we've got a lot more work still to do to get it to turn.
Does any other country have this in larger volume? I mean, have you
Well,
researched?
yeah, I mean, India obviously has an
Okay.
incredible resource in terms of textiles and
So
handloom
the
weaving.
traditional textiles and the handmade textiles are, India has the leading this, right?
Yes, and they've got, I mean, the businesses are there, the entrepreneurial development is there, there's a
And
lot of
government
government
subsidies
support.
also there.
Exactly. There's a lot of government support.
Right.
And I think also it has to be said in India, I believe there is a very strong national market
Right.
for the traditional crafts.
Your production, it's basically for which market? Is it?
It's for, well, whichever designer I'm working with, it's for it, but they're overseas markets.
Overseas
Yeah.
market. Okay.
Yeah.
And which country normally?
Primarily for the US.
Okay.
Yeah, primarily for the US.
Primarily for
Yeah.
the US.
But I've worked with designers in Denmark and Belgium and the UK as well. But yeah,
And how are the chances to get the volume more bigger and bigger and from the other side?
this is what I would love to find out from you, because I believe the skill is there, the scalability is there. I know that in the garment industry, price is always
Right.
that factor. But this is why we need businesses that are genuine about their concern about their DNA, about the actual core of their business model, what is happening with it and what is the impact it can have. And when we can connect with a company that is prepared to do the R&D for us to get an actual supply chain suitable for the garment industry, then I think we can start to see the needle move on bringing the industrial along with the manual production.
Have you ever tried to talk with different agencies in government to?
Over the years, yes, but I think
What was the-
we're at yeah, no movement on anything. I mean, lots of like nice, yes, that's a great idea kind of thing, but no,
But no
real
work.
substantial movement.
And with any private organizations?
Again, you know, and I think this is where it just needs some pioneers. We just need some really committed pioneers
Of
that
course.
are prepared to do the R&D, because I know that there must be challenges even with putting handloom fabric through the machine process in the garment industry and all the various stages involved.
Right.
I want us to be able to develop a hand-woven fabric that will withstand all of that. But we can't go ahead with our own brains and think, oh yes, they'll need this, they'll need this, they'll need this, because we're not garment factory producers. We need to have that linkage so that together we can develop that kind of fabric. And then I believe we can start looking at the scalability of things.
Right. Have you been, I mean, since you've been working for a long years and it's been a long journey, have you been able to build a model, at least a hypothetical model that will work, or we can see the visibility, the feasible project, whether this model runs okay or not? How did you have that, or have you been able to show some investors that, okay, this is the model I want to do, and if I do this, if I be success of that, so this sectors will go up. Okay, so we'll start again. So tell me this part. I'll be asking you more to see the true lights that is happening.
Yeah.
Okay, within a short period, within some years. So tell us what are the steps that one should do to make it in the next steps.
Well, there's a few different levels at which change needs to happen. The most immediate one is to generate orders, meaningful orders for the weavers that we have now. What we will need to look at alongside of that, because it's only when young members of the families can see that this is a viable form of income that they will stay. Now, the younger family members, they're going everywhere. So when they can see that this is a viable form of income for their future, then that's something they can move on with. Now, I think within this digital, globally interconnected space that we're in now, once we've got decent orders and showing that it is possible, then, or alongside of that, we need to be developing localized training centers, so that it's not just the skills in the weaving that younger people are getting with. It's creating their own designs, learning to work with foreign designers, learning to work with local designers, learning to work alongside technological developments that come up, learning English, just basic things like this are going to be very important to establish at the local level for family members to be able to get involved in a much more embedded future for the industry. I think that's key.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the thing you have said just now, do you think government agency, for example, like EPB, they have funds, normally they have funds from the government, and they do subsidize in different issues to the local mills and even the artisans. Do you think this can be approached to EPB and like an integrated system?
I mean, I would love to collaborate with anybody that really senses they have a kind of calling, for want of a better word, because...
But have you been...
Have I been to the EPB? Not for a long time.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a long time since I've been there personally.
I mean, haven't been discussed about this system?
Well, the thing is, the EPB does get involved in the promotion of the craft industry in Bangladesh, very much so. They come alongside foreign agencies like CBI in Netherlands and different places like this. And so they do some great work in promoting craft as export itself, promoting handloom weaving as a source for fabric within Bangladesh for the garment industry. I don't know if that's part of their remit, but it certainly could be. Yeah, it certainly could be.
So the MOTIF, let's come back to MOTIF. For the future, what has MOTIF done?
So MOTIF Handmade is my company in the US that connects everybody in the weavers and the designers together. And essentially what I'm doing is looking to connect with businesses that are already in operation. But what I'm doing alongside of that is actually engaging with fashion colleges and institutes and talking with designers who are very much so in their final years, who are looking to establish their own businesses. And what I'm finding is that these younger designers coming up now, they are so committed to the ethical production of whatever part of their supply chain they can identify, that they are prepared to build this kind of sourcing practice into the DNA of their businesses. So that's exciting, but it's also going to take a long time. So in terms of like right now, what I'm doing to try and expand the reach, it really is just about getting the word out and being involved in conversations like this that hopefully will spark a network somewhere that we can, obviously people can connect and do something about this without contacting me. It's not like I have to be involved, but just get the idea and start sparking it. Industrialists may already have in their home body areas weavers that they could start connecting with. Do it. Don't feel like anybody's got to contact me. That's ridiculous. But, just if you want to collaborate together, that would be fabulous.
Right.
Yeah.
I hope this handloom weavers, those who are in Bangladesh working, they will have a good future. I think there are many ways we can.
Well, there are, because I'm thinking about solely fabric that can be used in interiors or in fashion. Yardage fabrics, that's what I'm thinking of. But as you said, there's shatranji, that kind of weaving that goes on. There's other kinds of specialized weaving, like the jamdani weaving. Like, there's other very high level fabrics that can be produced in Bangladesh that are, obviously way out of the reach of the RMG sector. But there are a lot of very creative professionals throughout Bangladesh who could be making a lot of good use of the traditional skills here.
Those, as you said just now, that training, basic English should be,
Yeah.
People should know that.
I do.
Those who are producing these, let's say shatranj or let's say a small thing.
I do, because
if they know English, they can communicate.
Yeah.
That's the thing, right?
I hate to say it, but we talk about colonialism and privilege and all of these things. I have to say the ultimate form of colonialism is language, is English, because that is the trade language of the world. And if you don't know English, you're denied access to that world.
Exactly.
It's that is, for me, when I look at all the metrics, that is the ultimate of colonial impact. So we need to be able to generate the opportunity for people to get closer to that playing field, because I can speak Bangla only because I've been here for so long, there are not many people that are going to learn Bangla to be able to come and talk with weavers. So when they can improve their skills in that, then they can access the internet
Exactly.
for overseas
the whole
orders.
world, yeah.
Exactly. That's for looking for export, but even in that training to figure out how to best use here in Bangladesh, how to promote their products, how to get the connections here in Bangladesh. Because honestly, if the industry only had its Bangladeshi support, it would be fine.
Right.
It would be fine.
True.
So it's about giving the training that allows the...
Don't you think that it can be done easily through government policy?
We all know how long that takes.
I mean, is it possible?
It is possible.
It's
Everything is possible.
Through some small policies.
It would be fabulous, and that is what I would love to see, that the policies are there, but also that the action is taken to implement those policies. And that's where we see the breakdown happen, because that's when the implementation comes. That's when other factors can start to come in of, preferential treatment for certain people, there's all kinds of things that can start to derail a very good policy.
Right.
But if we can get policies in place that require some measure of investment in handloom fabrics, that would be, I just think it would, like I said, it would check all these boxes that the government has right now. Yeah.
Okay, we're going to close. Right
We better
now.
had, otherwise I'll just
Imam
talk and
came
talk.
For calling for prayers.
Oh, excuse me. Right.
No problem. So we're
Yeah.
going to close today the issue. Yeah.
Thank you.
Hope to meet you soon again to discuss more and probably go deep into more in a way that can be done something, not only.
Shaukat, I'd just love to work with you.
Yeah.
I'd love to work with you. I'd love for us to be able to get something in
Maybe
here.
one day I think I should invite you to visit our managing director. So if he
That would
knows
be an honor.
the idea that you have, probably
Yeah.
you would be interested. I don't know, but I think you should meet.
Thank you.
Just the things you have been talking here. I'm a small man. From my perception, it's something different. But when he listens, maybe he has something. Something can be.
Yeah.